Hey guys, long time no see. It has no joke been like a month or so since I've done anything for the vlogs. I have a vlog right now that needs to go out, but it just doesn't have a thumbnail and I haven't had the energy to do it. Because where I work is basically a tuberculosis ward right now. Everyone has like pneumonia or RSV or like just general sicknesses. Like it's walking down the hallway, it's like a chorus of coughing and sneezing and everyone genuinely feeling terrible. And I'm just like certain I got pneumonia from it. Like I had like a 3-week long cough. I'm finally getting over it. And it was the worst. It was just terrible. But I'm alive. I lived. So picking up the vlog one day before my biggest market of the year. For comparison, I normally do like the little community markets. It's a $30 vendor fee. There's like 10 vendors there maybe, okay? This is like a lot. Like I think there's like 40 maybe vendors and the vendor fee was like $150 and it's like we're anticipating like thousands of people instead of like a couple hundred, you know what I mean? So I really needed to do like a lot of prep. And honestly, I didn't. I've been avoiding. But complaining aside, I have 2 bins. Normally I have 1 bin. I was trying to fill up a second one. It didn't happen. I have 3 of my little like parakeet cockatiels to finish tonight, and then I think I'm just good. So what I'm gonna do now on camera is lint roll. I'm going to try to lint roll everything because normally I do that day of and it just takes too long. So I'm going to try to lint roll everything tonight, finish these 3 birds, and then kind of have everything segmented for tomorrow. And hopefully it all goes smoothly. This is going to be like really different than my normal vlogs because like usually I have a lot more prep. We don't have any prep today because I've already prepped. So I'm going to lint roll. I'm going to try to finish these and then I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. So cue the montage and then the morning. I found the cutest stinking little dino pattern on YouTube and I made 3 of them. For one of them I did some hand painted safety eyes. I didn't have any just black eyes that were big enough, but I had some blanks that were pretty big. So I'm painting one here. You can see the dino in the background. I left that one without eyes. I'm trying to do more that are like baby safe. Because I know they usually don't recommend like safety eyes for the baby ones. But look how cute. They turned out so fun. After I got the dinosaur done, I opened up the bins and I tried to figure out how I could kind of split them up to be a little more efficient day of. So I put all of like the bigger like one-off pieces into one bin. There's those finished safety eyes. They turned out so cute. And then I put all of my like smaller keychain, mushrooms, chickens, like the high frequency items to buy together into the other bin. And that worked out really well. Trying really hard to finish up these birds. And Noodles is just really all over him. They're noodle approved though, even though he's being a menace and sitting on top of them. There's a couple under him right now. Excellent helper, my friend. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, I don't know what's going on now. Little bluebird's done, and we got a little kissy match going on. You guys being friends in there? Oh my goodness. How do I get anything done with you guys? Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, that's so nice. Despite the distractions, we got a lot done. So I finished 2 keychains that night. I got 1 octo keychain done. We did several birds, so there was a blue bungee, I got a cockatiel done, a cute little eagle, and then one of the green bungees as well, so they turned out super cute. Now, the next morning I was running late, so I don't have any getting ready like in the morning vlogs, but the event was at a zoo, and I was set up like right across from the Komodo dragon, which was really cool, so I just kept watching him all day. I got a little cake pop from my neighbor. She was so nice. She had been doing the small business thing for a while, so we were kind of just chatting, and she was very, very friendly and gave a lot of good tips and just little ideas and stuff. Here is the table setup towards the end of the day. It was probably my best market to date. It was really good. That's a better video of how I was set up. There was a lot of kids, so I waited till the end to try to get some clips, just because I didn't want to film kids on accident. And on the way out, of course, I said goodbye to the flamingos. They're so cute. They're one of my favorite zoo animals. Shout out your favorite animals in the comments. I always gotta see the flamingos. I always gotta see the goats.
Since my husband was busy this day, I was by myself and couldn't really go to the other tables very well during the event, but I did manage to get these super cute cookies.
And we're back. Very sorry I didn't get a lot of footage at the actual event. There ended up being a lot more kids than I was expecting. It was at like a zoo, like you guys saw like the pictures, so like I should have expected there to be a lot of kids, but I didn't want to like get any of them in like video shots and stuff. So I didn't take too many videos, but here is a little debrief. It went really, really well. It was my best one-day event so far, which is really exciting because I think I've done 4 events now. I've done 3 in my little town, and then this is kind of in the bigger town away from where I live, but very exciting. So farthest away ended up being the biggest. How exciting. So I brought 2 totes and we came back with 1. They were both about this full, so we sold about half of the inventory, which is so stinking exciting. 3 out of 4 events so far, we've sold half the inventory, which is like, that feels good, you know, like that seems like a good goal. So some of the most popular stuff, if you guys remember from a couple of vlogs ago, I went to a cat adoption market and I made 15 loaf cats and only sold 1 at that market. Today I started with 6 or 7. I think I started with 6 and I brought home 1. So we sold 5 out of 6. We almost sold all of them. I brought 9 of the mama chickens and I sold 4 of them. So that's pretty good. Or I sold 5 of them. The most popular were the white, and then I had like a gray scale that was kind of like this tweed. Those were the 2 most popular. I also had 3 regular chickens, so no baby, and they're a little bit smaller, and I sold 2 or 3 of those. So chickens and cats were super popular. I sold 0 of 6 bugs, which is so tragic. I think they're so stinking cute, but maybe they're too expensive. Like, I lowered the price to $40. I had them at $45, but now they're $40, and I really thought that would get people, but it didn't. So I'm just going to keep my bugs forever, I guess. So me and the bugs go on. Now, recently I made a silly goose tutorial. The market was November 16th, so we were a little bit out of Halloween, so I didn't sell any of my gooses, and I think we were just a little out of the season. It was marketed as like a getting ready for Christmas, like shopping for the holidays kind of thing, so I think people were just trying to do more Christmas shopping. So all the gooses came home. I brought 1 little sleepy goose and he came home as well. I love these. I'm going to make some more of these. I already started a new mallard one. I also made 3 dinosaurs, 2 without eyes, 1 with eyes. I sold 1 without eyes that had looked like this. The big octopus continues on. I had a miniature blue one and that one sold pretty quickly. Fruit and veggie snails. I didn't sell any of the onion snails. I still have like 5 of them. I didn't sell the carrot snail, but I did sell the blueberry snail and the apple snail. So we sold 2 snails. Finally, I lowered the price to $15. So it seems like people are willing to do $15 for these. All right, and then as always, the cute little bungees and cockatiels were super popular. So I sold 2 cockatiels, I sold 2 of the blue ones, 1 of the green ones, and then I had one that looked like an eagle as well, and the eagle one sold. This guy came home again. This little guy's just trying to find a home. I wonder if I put a little sprout or something on his head, like something extra if people would like him more. But yeah, the bird's always very popular. I always have a ton of mushroom poppers. I didn't keep track of how many I sold, but it had to be at least 10. People really love these. As far as little stuff goes. And then I also did, for keychains, I added stars. People weren't really into the stars, like they thought they were cute, but they didn't really want to buy them. As always, stingrays were my best keychain. Those did the best. And then octos were a close second. People love the octos as well. So those are always super popular. And I think part of what helps with that is like they're a $5 item. And I think a lot of people like want to support a small business, but they don't necessarily want to spend $20, $30 at each table, so they try to get something little from each table. So that's one of the reasons I really like the keychains. As far as the random stuff, I had 1 snake didn't sell, 1 spider did not sell. I had like a big bat that did sell, which was really exciting. It was my biggest, most expensive thing on the table. It was $45, so that was very exciting. I also sold, I had like a little standing cow. I don't know if I have a picture of that. I did forget, I sold 1 Halloween thing. I had made like a little ghost with a hat. I'll see if I have a picture. It was super cute. That sold. I sold I just checked. A little pig and a pig keychain. I sold a jellyfish keychain that had come with me for quite a few markets. One of the turtles where the shell was a flower. Like a lot of stuff that I had made for my first market that didn't sell and just kept coming with me finally sold, which is so exciting. It was like the end of an era, like saying goodbye to some old friends, which was kind of fun. So that's, I don't know, very exciting. So we were able to get some more room for some fresh inventory. And that's great. Like overall, like it was awesome. Octo is also one that I made for the first market that no one has wanted, so we're just going to hold him so he doesn't feel too left out. But I'm going to put in like a before and after kind of picture because the table looked way different. It was so exciting. Overall, I'm so stoked. And I don't know, I'm feeling very invigorated. You know what I mean? Like when I started this crochet journey in April of this year, so it's been about 8 months. It's been a whirlwind. This was the first market I booked. And like, I don't know, it's like kind of like exciting. You know, I got to this first goal I had. And I want to like evaluate where we are, right? Because it's, since I booked it so far in advance, it was already paid for. The final totals. So I did a little over 700 for profit for the day, which is my best like one day. How exciting. It was $150 for the table. And then I paid about $30 in like snacks and cookies for the day. And that brought it down to, I think it was $514 of like, I guess like profit for the day. Very exciting. So now I have a little, I don't know, little nest egg and I'm so excited. Like, what am I going to do with it? So I'm thinking right now I might get a printer because I tried to do stickers. I had to go to my girlfriend's house to do them. So I'm like, well, it would be fun to do stickers like at my own house and like have the freedom to do them, as well as like I write a lot of the prices on like little whiteboard signs and my handwriting is terrible, really bad. So I'm like, if I could get like picture frames and like do a printed price tag, that would be like better, I think. Like, I think it would look nicer. Because I try not to spend too much on my display because, like, I don't know, I'm just starting up, you know? But also, now I have a little nest egg that I could get a new display item. Oh, how exciting is this? This is, like, next step. So I'm thinking maybe a new display shelf, for sure a printer, for sure. I think I'm locking in on the printer. The other big purchase I've been considering, I also sew. If you saw my last vlog, you saw I was sewing up the Halloween costumes. I've been thinking about getting a serger. Right now, I don't sell anything that I sew because I just have a regular sewing machine, so I can't really finish the edges very easily. Serging is like a way that you like finish edges, so I don't know if you could see that. If you roll up your t-shirt sleeve, it's like that kind of edge that's right in the hem of the sleeve. It just keeps it from unraveling in a way that's like very quick and easy. Like you can do it without a serger, but it's like, it's more tedious. So like if I was selling stuff at a market, I would need to try to streamline it. So I've been considering a serger, but I think right now we are going to prioritize a printer so we could do stickers. And the main reason for that is like at this market, I was like making table buddies with the people next to me, and on one side was like a cake pop girly, and on the other side was two ladies that made like sensory bins for kiddos. And like the whole time all I could think about was like how time intensive my stuff was and then how stinking efficient their stuff was. Because like I would have a plushie like this for $20 that, I mean, it could take me an hour and a half to do this, you know, like easy. The cake pop lady, you would get 6 cake pops for $20, and the sensory bin people, you would get like a mason jar and like a little bag of miniature toys for $20. And I was like, the effort that goes into these things are so drastically different, and I feel like that's why they were both kind of big. They were bigger than me by a lot, especially the cake pop lady was like huge, and she was so stinking nice. Like we had several great conversations, and I don't know. I was like, I feel like the reason they are so successful is because they have something that was time intensive initially. Like for cake pops, it's designing and printing the mold, and then, you know, then you just kind of cut them, you cook them, you dip them in the chocolate. You know what I mean? Like the initial design process and deciding flavors is time intensive, but once it's going, like it's gone. Same with the sensory bin people. You know, you come up with your idea and then you could just pump them out, and like it's like, I don't know, it's just a lot different like in how much you can make in the same amount of time, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I need to figure out how I want to keep doing crochet, like for sure, but I'm like, I should figure out how I can add to my business like things that are less like constantly time eaters. And like when I think what can I do that's like time intensive initially and then less work as you move, I'm like stickers for me is probably like the first thing to try. Because it's time intensive in the design, but like the actual like pumping them out, you can get them out fairly quickly. Which is again why I'm thinking the printer is a good choice. But I think for right now and for my skill set, I think that's going to be like my best path forward. I don't know if any of you guys also do small business stuff. I'm assuming like probably quite a few of you do who watch. Because I know like for me, I love watching other small businesses and like when I was starting up mine, like seeing what people were doing. So I don't know if anyone has ideas for like what you do that's like less constantly time intensive. Like, I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I rambled a lot right there, but I was just having a lot of thoughts of like the future and like growing and like where do we go from here? And I feel like I'm like strangling this poor goose the whole time. That's part of why I like this like design though. But anyway, rambling and future thoughts to the side, it was a great market. I know the footage wasn't great. I never got tested, but I'm pretty sure I had walking pneumonia. It's been like rampant in my area. Yeah, it was not fun. I was like so sick for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And I'm still like kind of like, I feel like my lungs are still wet on the inside. Like it's crazy. But I'm alive. Doing better, excited for the next market. I've got about 10 days till my next one. I have a good amount of inventory, but I'm going to try to start like using up yarn I have. Like looking forward, I think the next vlog will be of my market. And then I think we're going to do a chicken masterclass on all the chickens that I do. And then I think we're going to do like a video of like cleaning this desk because it drives my husband crazy how messy this desk is. I'm like an organized chaos person and he's like a minimalistic kind of person. So we butt heads a little on that. But I think it'll be like getting a printer and then setting up a nice desk space to just try out something new. So that's looking forward. See you there. Hopefully I see you in the chicken video or the next vlog. I'll see you. Have a good one.